And if you keep posting this kind of content, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're just wasting your time. This video is for content creators who want to grow their social media following in 2021. By watching this video, you're going to learn what's no longer working, okay, and is not going to work in 2021, and what will actually work in 2021 to drive you results, so that the time and energy you put into creating content actually brings something valuable to you. So if you're interested in that, then just keep watching. So why am I going on and on about this 2021 thing? I'm going to give you an example using Instagram. Now, I'm sure if you were on Instagram back in the day, you remember how the platform used to be, okay? People were posting random stuff and whatever. In that phase, when people were actually posting random content, it made sense that the people who posted professional photo shoots and like perfectly curated Instagrams, they really stood out from the rest of us who were just posting random selfies and random bits and pieces of our lives, right? So those people were actually creating exceptional content, and that helped them to stand out. And that is why they got so many followers, because back then it was really unique. No one was going on entire photo shoots, just for Instagram. And these people who now have become influencers were doing that back then. Another example is YouTube, right? So today, makeup videos are so common, but a few years ago, it really wasn't that common to find South African makeup YouTubers who were actually creating video content. So back then, when Mihlali created her first couple of videos, it was exceptional because nobody was doing it. Like I remember myself, I was watching a lot of makeup tutorials from overseas, and so to see South Africans doing it was really intriguing to me. So to see someone using products from South Africa made it really stand out. Today, there's probably hundreds of people who make makeup tutorials, and there's nothing exceptional about it anymore. So I wonder if you're catching the theme here, right? The theme is that at every phase, there is something that stands out. And if you just keep doing what everybody else is doing, you're not going to stand out. You're not going to get the followers. People are not going to spend time to consume your content, and that is currently what's happening right now. So what's happening right now is that people are posting yesterday's content, okay, yesterday's photo shoots, yesterday's makeup videos, hoping to stand out, and you're not bringing anything new to the table. We've seen it before. It was done by somebody else, and by this stage, that person who started it is like miles ahead of you now because they've had the years to practice doing that kind of content. I hope that makes sense. So, I'm referring, like, when it comes to Instagram, those like Pinterest kind of feeds where it's like perfectly curated and you've got these beautiful pages, but it's kind of boring now, right? Because everybody is doing that. And so that is what I'm saying. So either you're doing that kind of stuff where you're trying to do perfectly curated content, or you're copying things like still doing makeup videos, or still just doing plain vlogs with nothing that special happening. Some people, like myself, are still just posting selfies like nobody cares. Trust me, nobody cares about your selfies, maybe once in a while. But yeah, so if you just keep posting this kind of content, I'm telling you, you're just wasting your time, because you're just going to get drowned in the algorithm, and nobody is going to see your posts, and nobody is going to care. You're not going to make money, and nothing special is going to happen. So what should you actually be posting going forward, right? Like I'm saying right now, you don't want to be stuck creating yesterday's content. You want to create content for tomorrow, okay? So that you are now first or exceptional or a little bit different. You're in the right place. I'm going to break it down for you. If you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing. Before I go into what is working, right? Because different people want different things. The first thing I want you to think about right now is why you want to grow on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or whatever platform you're currently creating content on. It could even be Pinterest or Twitter, which I love, by the way. Before you think about growing, you need to ask yourself why. Like, what is it that you're hoping to gain? Is it the typical get a lot of followers and then I'm going to reach out to brands and they're going to pay me to make videos or to post on Instagram? If that's your vibe, that's totally fine. If your vibe is you want to create content and then maybe you're going to offer courses or teach people something or sell a product or whatever, right? So you need to first figure out what it is you actually want from social media. You can't just want a lot of followers for what, right? So I really want you to first think about that before you do anything else in your journey of trying to grow. You need to figure out what it is that you want all these followers for. Let me tell you why selfies don't work on Instagram anymore, or boring vlogs where you're not doing anything interesting in your video, why that isn't getting you subscribers. It's because nobody actually cares. That's selfish content that you've created for yourself and maybe your friends, and nobody else really cares, right? You need to create content that people actually care about, that makes a difference in people's lives. Now, I don't just mean you need to teach people something like what I'm doing now. Entertainment is also teaching people something. So if you're going to make a vlog, make it interesting, make it entertaining. People want a break from their lives, and that's why we watch reality TV and whatever. So you've got to really make it as interesting as possible, and don't create selfish content like selfies don't do really well, vlogs where nothing really special is happening, a makeup tutorial that we've seen 1,000 times before, that isn't really adding any value to anybody's life. So you've got to get out of that thinking that people are more interested in you than you think they are. Like no one actually cares. Everybody is so busy. There's so much content that's being created. There's so much happening on social media. Nobody has time, right? So in order to stand out, you need to really take it up a notch and give it your best shot, and not think about yourself and being selfish and I want all these followers, I want all this money. You have to think, what can I do for people? As many people as I can. How can I help them? And by helping them, they will naturally be drawn to you. So now, if this isn't your natural personality, if you don't actually care about people and you just want to make money, then this video isn't going to be for you. In fact, my channel isn't for you at all, because I'm not that kind of person. And so it's very clear to people and your followers if you're being fake, if you're just trying to pretend you're helping people but you just want followers. So don't do that. It isn't really even going to work. But this is for people who genuinely care, who love creating content, who maybe want additional streams of income through helping and providing value to other people. The best way to make money in society is to solve problems, is to provide solutions. So now, if you're entertaining us, educating us, making us laugh, teaching us something, sharing your poetry, your singing, your cooking, if you're doing that for us, we as society will pay you. We'll pay you with our time, and we'll buy your product or whatever it is that you want to sell us. That's the kind of mindset that you need to have. Because guys, this social media thing, it's online entrepreneurship. You've got to put on your business hat and not just think, oh, I'm just someone just posting stuff and hope something happens. No, you've got to put on a business head and think, what solutions in society can I solve? And we all know people pay for their problems to be solved. And by the way, people spending time watching your videos or time liking your photos, that is a payment. That is something that is valuable. Our time is the most valuable thing. So when people are giving you that, you need to appreciate it and value it as valuable as we can. Time is the one thing we cannot get back. And so I know that in this session, you're watching my video, you can't get this time back. So I need to appreciate you and value you by giving you as much as I can, not just sitting here talking about myself and not adding any value to your life. So I really want you to have this business owner hat, this problem solver hat, and yeah, not just think of, oh, I'm going to pretend to give people something so that I can get something in return. That's the wrong kind of thinking. I'm sorry for that rant. I just had to emphasize that because I know there's a lot of people who do this to try game the system. And guys, people can see right through you. If you're not genuine, people are going to see right through that. So anyway, let me just continue with this video and get to what you need to actually be doing. So one, you need to figure out what it is that you want on social media and who are you creating content for. So you need to have a targeted audience, a specific person of, this is who I'm making this for, this is why I'm doing it. And once you have that clarity, it's going to make the world of a difference because you're creating for that specific group of people. So for me, for instance, my channel is all about helping women specifically, okay? I want to help women to empower themselves, whether that's helping them get a job with career advice or helping them grow on social media or grow a business, anything of that nature. That is what I'm doing. I'm focused on women, probably black women, because that's who I relate to the most. But generally, I'm mostly focused on women and helping empower their lives through careers and through entrepreneurship, right? I believe in both. So that's what I'm doing. So you need to figure out what it is that you're doing and why are you doing it. That will really, really go a long way, right? And the minute you do that, it shifts your thinking from, oh, I want a lot of subscribers to how many people can I help? What can I help them with? It automatically puts you in that zone where you're more focused on the other people than on yourself. Okay, so now you have your why, you have your who. Next thing you need to do is your what, right? What is it that you're actually going to do? I would advise you not to look at what's trending, right? If makeup is trending today and it's not really your thing, don't do makeup. Do what you're passionate about, because passion is what's going to sustain you in the social media thing, because it takes a really, really long time to grow, right? So you need to choose something that you're actually interested in, and you should kind of be good at it as well, right? You could be interested in something like, I love singing, but I'm not that good at it. So you don't want to choose something that you're not actually even good at. So if you find the perfect zone of something that you're passionate about and you're kind of good at it, then you're on your way. And don't worry about this. This can change as time goes by, but to get you started, you need to make sure that you meet those two criteria. What's going to work on social media in 2021 is giving value and impacting people's lives and Okay, this is the main point of this video. You have to be social on social media. And most people call it engagement, as in you need an engaged audience, or you need to be getting a lot of engagement on your videos. But what that boils down to is being social, guys. People want to connect with other human beings. Okay, I don't engage with a business brand like, for instance, I love McDonald's, right? I love it like with all my heart. But I'm not engaging on their content every time they post because like whatever, it's just a brand. It doesn't really, I don't have that personal connection with them. So I'm not very likely to engage with their content, even though I love their food. But what the content that I do engage with is other people, other girls, other human beings that I relate to, and I'm always engaging with them and talking to them. And I'm sure you've noticed people who comment on everything that you do, like, or someone who's always in your comment section. You notice that, and the chances of you reciprocating that energy is very high. Why? Because there's that personal connection. That is what we're all looking for on social media, even you yourself included, who's trying to get a lot of followers. You also want to connect with people. So you have to extend the olive branch. You be the one to connect with people. So if you're getting comments, if you're getting DMs, if you're getting followers and subscribers and people who are paying you attention, what you've got to do is give them that feedback back, right? One of the biggest complaints about influencers is that some of them only respond to other celebrities or other influencers and they ignore everybody else. Now, my personal belief about this is that each human being is equal to the other human being. So I don't see why a comment from a celebrity should be more important to you than a comment from a regular person. At the end of the day, they're both human beings who took time out of their day to respond to your work. So I don't believe in this hierarchy of individuals. I find it really strange, but a lot of people do, right? So you need to decide what kind of person that you are. And I'm telling you right now, people are really turned off and people notice. They might not say anything, but they're noticing who you're responding to, who you're engaging with, and what it is that you're doing here. Guys, people aren't stupid, okay? People on social media can see right through you. So if your intentions are not genuine, like I said, it's going to be very obvious. Anyway, so I'm saying what's going to make the biggest impact in 2021 moving forward is people that keep a very highly engaged audience. People who have their followers and their friends, right? Their online friends actually care about what they do, actually care about their work. So with that, when they promote a product or a brand collaboration or whatever they're doing, people willingly, happily support them. And brands love this, and it's just a win-win situation for the brand, for the influencer, and for the followers, because everyone is actually online friends. And so that's my prediction, that those are the people that are actually going to do well and actually make money on social media instead of just having tons and tons of followers and you're broke. So you don't want to be in that situation. You have to be able to have an engaged audience. So an engaged audience will make sure that when you have those brand sponsorships, that people are engaging and the brand is happy and you are happy. Or if you're selling a product, they actually care to buy it. They care about what you're selling because they care about you. So I hope this makes sense, that it's going to be about service, engagement, and being social, right? So I've seen a lot of business owners join social media on Twitter or Instagram, and all they do is they promote. But you're not engaging, you're not friends with anyone, you're not making connections, you're not engaging with other people's businesses, you're just doing your own thing. That's not gonna work. Like it may work for a while, but 5 years from now, I wanna see if your business will still be here. But those businesses that people feel a personal connection to, those influencers that people feel a personal connection to, they're gonna be here for a very long time. So yeah, the biggest thing is that I'm telling you, if you have high integrity and you show up and you care and you have this genuine feeling about you, people love that. And where there is integrity, money also follows. People will support you with their pockets, not just with their likes. So what I'm saying here, I'm saying that content that you create, right, that's nothing new, that's just same old boring photo shoots, that's not adding any value to anybody's life, isn't going to do well, and you're not going to make it going forward, and you're not going to reach your dreams of having a lot of followers so that you can actually make money on social media. And content that is selfish and all about you, that also isn't going to work. But what is going to work is knowing why you're on social media, who you're on social media for, providing them as much impact and value as you possibly can, and being social and engaging with people so that they engage with you back. It's going to be a win-win situation for everybody. So looking forward to 2021. I hope this has helped you and made you think a little bit differently about some of the things that you're doing on social media, why you're there, and what it is that you're trying to do. I would love to make more social media videos. I could talk about this topic for days, okay? I'm actually helping some companies right now with their marketing strategies online, on social media. And so that is why I'm so passionate about this topic, because I've done a lot of research about it. But I don't know if you guys actually like these videos or whatever. But if you like these kind of videos and you want more, like I could go into a lot more detail, please let me know in the comments. If you got to this point of this video, please comment strawberry so that I know that you watched the whole thing. So I've decided to start doing like bonus content for people who actually watch the majority of my videos. So going forward from now on, if you watch like towards the end, you're going to get like additional information, right, to add to whatever I was saying in the video. So today's bonus content is about someone that I think is doing a really great job on social media without having to have tens and thousands, but this chick is making bank. Her name is Kanya, and she is a social media coach. She is absolutely brilliant, and you should just follow her on Instagram, follow her on YouTube. She's doing a phenomenal job at what she's doing. But you'll see on her page, she doesn't have the most followers, but she is making a lot of money. She actually just recently released a video of how much she makes, and it's like over 50,000 rand a month with less than 10,000 subscribers and less, like just about 10,000 Instagram followers. That is some serious bank, and she actually breaks it down of how she got there and all the money that she makes. So I will link that video so that you guys can check her out. The point I'm trying to make, why is she so successful? Why is she making so much money even though she doesn't have 100,000 followers, right? It's because she's giving value. She's engaging, okay? If you comment on her thing, she'll comment back. If you I've DM'd her once and she replied, like she's very engaged with her audience, one. Two, she's actually being really helpful. Her content is so super, and I love it. You should check her out. I highly recommend her. So you'll see that in the future, going forward, we're going to see more and more of this kind of influencer, someone who is actually on there to make a difference and is making way more money than people that have 10 times their following and their followers. So yes, guys, what I'm saying here, if you're on social media to waste time, just get a lot of followers that aren't going to do anything for you, you can go ahead and do that. Like, nothing is stopping you. I'm not stopping you. Maybe you just like to take photos or create content and you don't care to make any money. If that's you, that's perfectly fine. But if you're like some of us, you actually want to make a difference. You actually want to make a difference and hopefully make some money along the way. And the only way that is going to happen is if you're providing value. And like I said in this earlier on in this video, it isn't necessarily about creating content that is educational, right? It's kind of easy, especially if you're that kind of person. I think I was born to be a teacher. I have no idea why I became an engineer, but I love teaching. This is just my passion, and anything that I research and find out, I'm always happy to share and like help other people out in the same thing. But we're all different, right? So if teaching is not your thing, don't do that. Don't force yourself to do that. But you are talented at something. You have a God-given gift that is for you, and if you really lean into that, you will see you'll make a really big difference. And at first, you don't have to know what it is, but just start, thinking more about how can you show up for other people? How can you serve other people with your talents and your gifts, whether that's singing or art or fashion or whatever it is, right? Just try it out and be patient with it, and you'll see you'll go really far. And you'll probably make a lot more money than people who have thousands and thousands of followers, but they only post content that's about themselves, so they just aren't going to make that much money, and they're not really going to make a difference in anybody's life. And 10 years from now, we would have completely forgotten about that person. But people like Kanya, who showing up every day, putting in a lot of work, are not only going to be wealthy, but we'll remember them, and they hold a special place in our hearts because of how much they helped us and how much they showed up for us. So this segment ended up being like a little fangirl moment over Kanya, but I'm so inspired by her and her growth and everything that she shares. I love people like that. But anyway, that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I look forward to your comments to see what you think, any suggestions that you have. And yeah, other than that, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.